Chokehold. Alright. Awesome. Sort of. You know, I always have issues with like these harnesses for these cars because they don't design them to actually be able to see the widescreen of everything. Oof. Haircut. Next week. Definitely is time. Oh, so I am back, I guess, maybe. We'll see about what the hell happens. But I'm finally like in a better place than I was a few months back when I really wanted to come back. And for the last like half a year that I've been gone, it's just been one thing after another, and it was bad. The end of 2021 was horrible, just to say the least, for me, as well as for the people around me. But I digress. I really, I am grateful for everything good that has happened over the last few months too. I got a new job. I'm not going to tell you exactly where, but I have moved into a city. You know, I used to live in rural Pennsylvania, and now I live in a city. So that is fun for me because I haven't lived in a city for over like 12 years. And I am happy about it. Like, I really wanted to be here. And it's also like cool because there's always like open mics and shows and stuff going on down here, promoters. So hopefully it'll be an opportunity for me to actually get myself noticed musically. I'm still chasing that dream. But anyway, let's talk for like 10 minutes because I'm about to be at work. Anyway, so people are always, they seem to always get upset at the things that Normani does or doesn't do. And I just don't understand. I mean, no, I guess I understand when you're a fan. When you are a fan, you really want the best for the artist or whomever you're a fan of. You want the best for them. You want them to make good decisions. You want them to put out content for you to consume. I understand. But we really need to let go of the selective outrage here. Like, the thing is that people are always looking for a reason to either cancel or make or hate on Normani. I don't know what the hell, like. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, a few days ago now, I think it's been a few days, or maybe it might be a week now, Chris Brown came out with a new song, a new single, a new video for his song, We, which is, he made it into an acronym for Warm Embrace. I listened to the song. I actually like the song. Not that it's any different from anything else that he's really been putting out for the last like decade, but I digress. The song is not bad, and the video was entertaining to watch. That's all we can really hope for, especially when you have somebody like Normani as like your main girl on the video. You're going to get good stuff, which she did. The dancing was amazing. Normani looked amazing. Like, it's never a time when she doesn't, but like, she looked amazing. She, you know, I was gonna say she sounded amazing. She's not singing. So that, on that aspect of it, it was great. Now, people's issue with this whole situation is the fact that Normani is still simping for Chris Brown in 2022. I don't really say, like, there's a few of them, and I'll be looking at them crazy, like, all right, you still support that? Okay. We're not going to sit up here and pretend like Chris Brown is not incredibly talented, because he is. Although I feel like for the last like several years, he hasn't really been putting his best foot forward musically. So I just be sitting up here like, okay, so what are we going to get next from him? It's going to be the same thing. Okay. All right, that's exactly what I expected. He's been too predictable. So, but that's not the reason why people are upset. People are upset because of his reputation. He has a bad reputation in the industry, not necessarily like business wise, but in his personal life. A lot of his personal issues um, came to the forefront when it came down to it. Like, a lot of his personal issues came to the forefront. His abusive relationships with Rihanna and Karrueche Tran, to name a few. His issues with his baby mamas. I mean, all of them got baby mama drama at this point. Like, literally all of them. Drake got baby mama drama. Future, he has baby mama's dramas. Well, not really. They all seem to get along. But that took a while, because there was a one point that they were all at each other's throats, and all of them trying to get something from him. But now, like, they're to the point where they all kind of get along, because they all get money from him. It's fine. They all get support. Although, the only one that has like doesn't want anything to do with him is Sierra, so I don't blame her. But all in all, everybody. But here's the thing. So people really seem to be taking a lot of this stuff on Normani, and it's very telling of just how I don't want to say racist, but I'm gonna say colorist. It's a testament to that. Because why are you pulling, like, you're pulling all of this vitriol for Normani, but yet and still there's so many other artists that have collaborated with Chris Brown that you guys have not tried to cancel. And I'm just like, okay, so where was that energy when he worked with Tinashe? Where was that energy when he worked with Danny Lee? Well, Danny Lee got canceled for other reasons, but like not when she did the Take It Easy remix with him. Like, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, there's so many other artists that he has collaborated with that have not gotten canceled, and I'm just like, okay, why all of this? Why all of this extra for Normani? Homegirl doesn't even have an album out. Zendaya too. Oh yeah, Zendaya as well. But the thing is like, with the, it's difficult because this whole thing came out like we were starting to try to give Chris Brown a little bit of energy, like we were trying, like every single time we try, because the thing is, it's like he always kind of does something to kind of redeem himself, and people start giving him chances. But then he turns around and he does some dumb shit to put himself right back to where he was at before. And so we just got tired of it, and we're just like, no. I thought that after that situation happened with Zendaya and Tinashe, when he kind of went in on them on Twitter, like, I thought that that's when everybody was like, okay, we're actually done. Because Tinashe, Zendaya, and even Normani, I think, yeah, even Normani unfollowed him on Twitter, on social media. So I was surprised. I was so surprised to see her appear in a music video with him, because I'm like, girl, I thought you was standing in solidarity with your sisters. Like, I mean, they're obviously not sisters, and they're probably not even like friends like that, but like they are Black women that support other Black women. And every time that like one of them, like, I don't really see too many Black women in the industry following Chris Brown the way that they used to. So like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Oh, Brandy is another one. I really haven't seen her like really even like be like, she was around Chris Brown, and that's the thing too. People are also like not, so I don't even know if it's really a colorism thing, because people haven't canceled Brandy over her working with Chris Brown, because she worked with him in 2011, 2012 when they did Put It Down together, and he even wrote the song Slower, which is one of my favorite songs. I'm not even gonna lie, that pen game was on point for that song. Because I love Slower. That's one of my favorite songs on the 211 album. And then she was also with him recently. I think it was like last year or something. Like, they were doing something together. And the thing is like recently Chris Brown has been around different places that you wouldn't expect him to be. Like he was even at like Taco Tuesday with Stevie Mackey, you know, the voice coach, when he did his little thing. Like he shared videos of Chris Brown singing with Tank in them and stuff like that. I thought like that's great. All the R&B guys got together and they were singing their asses off. Like they sounded great, but it's like it's still at that weird intersection intersection of yes and no, that really like that intersection of will they, won't they, are we going to accept it or are we not going to accept it, are we going to move on or are we going to like hold everything against him. And it's really difficult for some people to grasp that because we all loved Chris Brown growing up. I actually liked Chris Brown. There weren't too many male artists that I followed because a lot of them were not real, they're not, a lot of them were not giving anything, but there was a level of performance that Chris Brown always brought to the stage, and I really enjoyed watching him. But then all that stuff came out with Rihanna. I was like, and then I started listening to him again, and then I stopped again with the Karuchi the Karuchi stuff that was happening, and then I started following him again, and then like it was just a back and forth, and it just got to the point where I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and cancel him because I don't have time. It's like you feel very conflicted because when the music is really good, and that's the thing. I think it's because people dug up old like clips and stuff of Normani really doubling down on her being such a huge fan of Chris Brown. She's had tweets going back and forth with people about how he's an abuser, but oh, the music is good, so I'm just gonna excuse him being an abusive person. And this girl, like I feel like she dug her all like I feel like she dug her own grave with this one because now that like people have brought off those old tweets and those old clips, those old videos of her like defending him, and then now she's in this video. Like I feel like they're not like I listened to him illegally. Stop. It's sometimes he be putting out bops and you don't like you be like oh, okay, this is not, but then it's like okay, we need to come back, but hold on, because what the hell time is it? I gotta make sure that I'm okay, because I gotta go into work and it's like literally about time for me to head inside. But I will end with this. People are not necessarily warranted for canceling her, because they haven't canceled other people for the same thing and even more so. But at the same time, I understand why people would feel the need to like rope her in because there's been too many incidents of her like really defending him and excusing his behavior, and we cannot have that. But there comes a time, like you were younger then, you were a teenager, we understand that culture. Girl, you're like 25 now, 25, 24, 25, something like that, right? She's getting your mid-20s. It's time to get it together. It's time to get it together. I need for you to get it together because like there's no time. At this moment in time, you should be actually like doing the thing where you hold people accountable for the things that they do, and maybe they had some type of discussion, some type of talk beforehand. I mean, we really don't know what happened because he even put out a message on his Instagram story telling, Normani, thank you so much for believing in me. And I guess it is important, like when you really do make a lot of mistakes, that when you're really trying to redeem yourself, that there are people out there that believe in you, that there are people that will take a chance on you, and I understand that, but there's been too many cases. One, and two, we also know about the colorism that Chris Brown emulates, like too many accounts of dark-skinned women coming out and saying that like Chris Brown was like nasty towards them and would make rude comments towards them. So there are too many occurrences for me to be able to look at a Chris Brown project and be like, yes, I want to listen to it. I did not listen to Indigo. First of all, that shit was too long. Ain't nobody the song, most of the songs sounded the same. One of my producer friends, he listened to the whole thing and he was raving about it. I was like, all right, okay. and I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm really not gonna listen to it. I don't care. But I think that we all owe it to ourselves, just to just like um use our own discernment, you know. Y'all be in the stand that was for Normani when she made those two. Listen, we have to move on, okay? Her working with Chris Brown is a business decision that she decided to make, fine. But we also need to focus in on this album that's supposed to be coming. You put out a song that nobody cared about. Fair was not a great, like, it was a decent song, but like, we're trying to come out the gate like pushing. If you were gonna make a song like Fair, then you should have had a little bit more going on with it. And I didn't like no color. No color. You put out a single like these little like, mediocre white girls out here, and not all of them are mediocre. Please stop, because JoJo put out an amazing body of work, and she's a white girl. So like, we're not going to do that. But all I'm saying is, you put out a single that like, we could literally just be like, okay, I mean, you can listen to it in the shower, you can listen to it, but that's not something that I can bump in my car all the time. Like, who's listening to Fair in their car like that? Who is listening to Fair? Like, who is putting that in their Spotify playlist like that? Like, your core fan base, yes, but like the rest of us, I mean, I am technically in the core fan base, but I can even be honest with myself and say, like, no, no. Yeah, so she's not canceled in my book. I feel like, we can look past that. We can tell her about herself and tell her how problematic it is that you're working with him. But I feel like canceling her is not warranted, because it's just, I mean, it's over the top for why. Why are we going to cancel her for associating with him? If she wants to associate with him, that's fine. But I would like for her to make a statement saying, like, she doesn't condone his behavior over the years, but like, maybe she had like a discussion with him, and they're in a good spot, and it really, he seems like he's really doing well. Like, I want something like that to come. I know it's not going to happen. I know it's not going to happen, but I would like for it to happen. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I am going to make a formal video, hopefully. Girl, I need a haircut first, though. But I'm going to make a formal video soon. I'm establishing myself first, and then I'm going to be able to do a little bit more. So hang in there for me. I really am hoping that I'm able to do more for this channel and bring us back to where we were at, like in 2019, 2018, when I first started the channel. It was a lot more popping than it is now, like, because I haven't posted much at all. But anyway, that's going to be it. I hope everybody has a great day. Whoever sees this video afterwards, leave comments down below about how what you think of this whole Normani situation and people trying to cancel her over this nonsense. And also, like, what do you think about people canceling her but not canceling like people like Zendaya or Tinashe, I think Tiana Taylor, Brandy? But like, just let me know what you think about that. Anyway, I hope everyone has a great one. All right.